Where Hawaii Eats is presented by the Honolulu Star-Advertiser's Dining Out, Outrigger Waikiki Hotels and Resorts, and Sysco Hawaii.
Aloha and welcome to Where Hawaii Eats. I'm here today with Chef Shaymus Alwin. He's the Executive Corporate Chef with G Lion Hawaii, and he's representing Quiora restaurant today. We are going to be making...
We're going to be making Kauai Shrimp with a squid ink pasta, which we make in-house. So first thing we're going to do is drop our pasta in some nice hot water. We're looking for the seasoning in the water to be pretty heavy, similar to the ocean water. And so you want to make sure it's nice and seasoned. That way your pasta is seasoned.
Do you make that specifically, or is it something that you can buy? Is squid ink pasta something you can buy off the shelf in a grocery store?
So you probably could find it in like a specialty place, maybe like our fields, but we make all of our pastas in-house right now. And so that's something that we would like to really highlight, as you know, there's a lot of places out there and they're all great, but we want to make sure that we make all our fresh every day. So
we're putting garlic in.
We're going with garlic in the saute pan here, and then we're gonna go with our Kauai shrimps again. We're gonna make sure to season up both sides.
Salt and pepper.
Just a little salt, yeah. Want to make sure they taste good on both sides, and then the shrimps go in. And that's gonna be part of our tomato stew that we do.
Right.
And so, while that's browning and getting nice and aromatic there, we're gonna go ahead and start cutting up some whole farm tomatoes.
And this is on the menu.
Yes, indeed. This is on the menu for dinner service.
Dinner service. And
so we're gonna get those to the side. A little bit of green olives.
How do you come up with the different items that you offer on the menu?
We kind of go over it together. I have a sous chef over there, Miranda Eckerfield, who takes care of a lot of the stuff that we do. But we usually go over how we can use the most local product possible and combine it with some Italian flavors. So we really wanted to make a commitment to locality on things. But when we can't get what we need in an Italian style, then we go straight to Italy. So we get stuff shipped in from Italy.
Nice.
I'm gonna go with a little lemon here.
A little lemon squeeze.
And here's our tomato braise. So there's white wine in here, our house-made tomato sauce, and cloves of garlic again. And we kind of go heavy on that one.
What inspired you to become a chef?
Oh man, you know, there was a point in my life that I wanted to be a professional snowboarder, and I tried that, and then I decided that I really would rather do something in the kitchen. I had a bunch of uncles who were chefs, and it just seemed so glamorous what they were doing. And so I kind of went towards that route instead after doing a couple seasons of snowboarding.
Can you just give me a quick recap of what's in the pan right now?
Okay, so we've got garlic, we've got a little bit of lemon juice, we've got our tomato stew, the Kauai shrimps, and a little bit of the Calabrian chili, because I like a little kick in mine.
Nice.
And some whole farm tomatoes are going to go in there as well.
Okay.
I actually like to do a couple so that I can have some fresh ones on top as a garnish.
So there's not that many ingredients in here.
No.
Very simple.
The fun thing about Italian cooking is it's a lot of preparation in the front of things and not a lot in the back. So, you know, we have our tomato stew here, and then it's kind of a 1, 2, 3 type deal. We should be good. Our pasta's, you know, cooking here.
What is the rule on pasta? How long are you supposed to cook it for?
So it's interesting. All our pasta being fresh, it takes a lot less time. Especially the fresher it is, the quicker it will cook. And so we just want to make sure that we use a little bit of that water in there as well.
The pasta water.
And that is going to not only season our dish, but it will thicken our sauce.
Look at the vibrant colors.
So we give it a little toss, like so.
Do you like al dente, or how do you like your pasta?
I like a little al dente, yeah, a little bit. So we will take this, and for this one, you know, there's the shrimp in here that I want to pull to the side, put that kind of on top.
Nice.
And then I just do a roll over.
Nice.
Just like so. And
Tell me some more things about the menu items on the restaurant.
sure. Right now we're having a lot of fun with some Pono pork. We're making porchettas. We're also starting to try and work on some house cured charcuteries. The porchetta is probably our favorite right now because we feel pretty confident in how much we've gotten it dialed in. And we do a seasonal mostarda with that.
Nice.
So mostarda is kind of a dried fruit chutney, if you will. We're gonna go with a little bit of this. And
The beautiful garnishment.
Yes.
With herbal flowers.
so we use Mari's Garden flowers and tenderrolls.
Very, very simple. Okay, let's try
There it is. Yes, let's dig in.
This is so colorful and beautiful. Oh my God. Shrimp is so sweet. The pasta is cooked perfectly. With Jason Wong, president of Sysco Hawaii. Jason, I want to ask you, as a broadline food service distributor in Hawaii, we think it's restaurants, right? That's your customer, but it actually is much more than that. Who is your customer?
Well, you know, most people think that when you go to a restaurant, they buy their food from a grocery store. They don't know about this whole supply chain behind the scenes. So that's really what we do as a broadline food service distributor. We sell a broad selection of products that anything to keep an operation that serves food prepared away from home going. So anywhere that's food is made away from home, we are in there.
Sure. That's very interesting because you don't think of a hospital, you know, that is a customer of yours because yes, they have cafeteria. They have things that they have food that they have to deliver to their patients as well. So that's very interesting.
Yeah, I think people, because we're invisible and we put our customers out front. Our customers are who get the limelight. But some great examples: first responders. When the fires go on in California and they have to feed that army of workers and first responders, our trucks are out there supplying the cafeteria lines. We support that supply chain. That does not come out of grocery stores. So we're an essential part of the supply chain. But again, I like to say we're invisible. We're the smallest $300 billion industry you'll never hear about. And we're totally okay with that because we love to put our customers out front.
To find out more information on all the products and services that Sysco Hawaii offers, visit sysco.com. We are here today at the beautiful Kahala Hotel and Resort. I'm also seated with Executive Chef Jonathan Mizukami. He oversees all of the culinary direction here at the hotel. Hello, how are you?
Hello, Anne. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you.
I know you have prepared some amazing dishes for us today. What are we starting with?
Today we're starting with Big Island abalone gratin with maitre d' hotel butter and a freshly made baguette.
So you said Big Island abalone?
Yes.
And this is served at which restaurant?
This is served at Plumera Beach House. So this is kind of a play on an escargot dish, classic escargot. Instead of using escargot, we're using Big Island abalone, which is cooked for about 6 hours.
Wow. Can we try this?
Yes.
So Chef Jonathan, you're originally from Maui. You were born in Maui,
Yes.
raised in Maui. Tell me about your childhood.
So my childhood, my uncle was a farmer. So we grew up with fresh vegetables. We had wing beans, we had tomatoes, we also had goats, chickens, ducks.
Wow, so this is normal. The farm to table initiative is normal for you. That's how you ate.
Yes.
That's what you were surrounded with.
Yes.
So growing up on the farm,
having all of these great things around you and nature, basically, is that kind of what inspired you to become a chef?
I think so. I think I was just naturally inclined to cooking. I was always more comfortable in the kitchen growing up. Whenever I have family gatherings, I prefer to be in the kitchen helping my mom or helping whoever's in there and prepare the food.
So you never thought of it as work?
No, it's to me it's fun. I enjoy to do it. I love to do it. Like you say, if you find something you love to do, you never work a day in your life.
So the other items that are on here, the vegetables here that are on here, where are they from?
So they're from Maui.
Maui.
They are from Oprah's farm. So I
Oprah
developed.
Winfrey Oprah.
Yes. So her philosophy is she wants to have a farm and she wants to feed the people. So that's kind of her philosophy. So their farmland, it was always a farmland. First it was for the Hawaiians, and then the Chinese came and they used it for farmland, and then she has it and now she's protecting it.
Wow, so it'll be preserved. It'll always
Yes.
be farmland.
Yes.
So you've also had 10 years at some place called French Laundry.
Yes.
So French Laundry was the longest stint that you had at a restaurant.
Yes, correct.
So how was that? That had to be, I can't imagine, because Thomas Keller is just this world-renowned chef and come from Maui.
Mm-hmm.
You had this vision and you go to French Laundry and you master this skill. Tell me about that experience.
So I think it started when I was in culinary school. I always wanted to work at the French Laundry, so I'd go to the library and they had the French Laundry cookbook. And I'd go there and I'd always look at it and always read it, and I said, I have to work here. It was my dream and my goal. So that was what I strived for. So wherever I chose to work, I wanted to make sure it was a clear path so I could make it to the French Laundry.
There's a lot of different places that you worked at when you were in Hawaii. What did you take away from some of these places that you worked at?
From Alan Wong, what I took from him was I grew up and I used to watch great chefs. Always see them cooking like on a French flat top. So came to Oahu to do like a cooking competition, and I got to go to Alan Wong's and I was sitting on the counter. I was like watching great chefs, and I was just in awe of them. So that was like my first introduction to that level of cooking. He introduced me to that. He also helped me get into the French Laundry. At the French Laundry, I learned the way to create things, because every day we would write the menu. At the end of the night, we would start fresh every day. So about, I'd say, 80% of the menu changes every single day. So you get very creative, and you get to understand the seasons.
With all of the different restaurants here, you've had to modify the cuisine because of the pandemic. Can you tell me some of the things that you've done?
Biggest adjustments was way we have to think about buffets. So in Hoku's we did a teishoku, so we call it teihoku. So teishoku is basically like a Japanese box of different items, and we called it teihoku. So that is our take on the brunch here in Hoku's, and then we also have a contactless brunch and dinner buffet. So we started doing that over the holidays, and it worked out really well.
So what is this next course that you've prepared for us?
So this next dish is sweet white Hawaiian canoe potato agnolotti, served with its leaves and black truffles.
Is this a dish that you added to the menu? One
Yes.
of the new dishes that you added to the menu?
Correct.
So where are so this is a ravioli.
It's a
Like-
ravioli of sorts, so it's an agnolotti. The potatoes are the original potatoes that the Hawaiians brought with them on their canoe. And what I did here is I utilized the whole plant. So you have the flesh, if you will, is the filling. We have chips on the top for different texture. And we also braise the leaves.
This is amazing though. I mean,
Thank
the
you.
flavor profile, it's very pillowy. This is a potato,
Yes, potato chip.
and
It's just fried crispy.
it's just fried
Yeah.
crispy.
Yeah.
But it's a small little, it's like a little baby potato.
Yeah, they're small.
It's very, very good.
So that way you have different textures and flavors from the same plant.
So what is this next course that you've prepared for us?
So this is our lobster thermidor.
Wow, that's amazing.
It's a whole Kona lobster with Gruyere cheese, hamako mushrooms, and an ogo tomato relish.
And this is served at Hoku's.
This is at PBH.
This is Culinary Beach House.
This is a classic, a very classic French presentation, thermidor. So I kind of like to bring back the old classics and make it modern, make it, I guess, for Hawaii. So I like to use local ingredients.
So this is probably one of the most popular items that you sell on the menu.
It's pretty popular.
So there's a lot of resources that you utilize from the outer islands, local. I see that you do emphasize a lot of local, thank you, a lot of local produce, seafood,
Yes.
and I think it goes back to the way you were brought up, because not everybody, that's a luxury to be able to be brought up in a surrounding of having a garden that's plentiful with every type of thing that you could ever want. You've incorporated that into the dishes here too,
Yes.
in every restaurant
Correct.
that's here.
I believe in supporting local. I think that we have great soils, great farmers, great resources all around us. I just want to showcase that. I think when people come to Hawaii, I want to give them a true slice of Hawaii and a true sense of place. So
Sure.
when they come in, they can taste everything. They can feel it.
What is this dish that
This is our hand-cut tagliatelle with parmesan and white truffles from Alba.
So white truffles that's rare
Yes.
because it's usually brown.
Yeah, so the season is usually December to January.
Is the consistency and taste is the same?
They're different. So if you haven't had white truffles before, it's very different than what people are used to.
Elaborate a little bit more.
So this is a little brown butter that we're putting on top here. So that kind of warms the truffles and brings out the aroma.
And this is how it's presented at the table.
Yes. So again, the truffles, it's more about the aroma and the smell than the actual taste, because it's so fragrant.
Yes.
It's like when you drink wine and you kind of aerate it, and you get that aroma and that smell. That's kind of the experience of truffles.
So you said hand cut,
Hand-cut tagliatelle.
and is the pasta made in house?
Yes, made in house. We hand-cut the noodles. Has a little bit of parmesan, a little bit of butter.
And this is served at Hoku's.
Served at Hoku's, very limited.
Wow, this is really delicious. I don't think I've ever had white truffle before. But you take this classic French cuisine and you kind of shake it up a bit.
Yeah, so it's the foundation. So Alan Wong used to always say, cook with your 2 feet on the ground. So you have to have a strong foundation. So I really took that to heart when he said that. And with a strong foundation, I think you can understand the flavors more and learn how to kind of make things work.
How did you? What were you? I guess envisioning when you planned the courses that we're going to share today. You picked them specifically.
I wanted to show you different things from different restaurants that I thought should be showcased that you would enjoy. Touch upon seasonal items that are very special, like the white truffles. Some of my favorites too.
So what decadent items do we have here today?
So this is a lilikoi tart. It's a lilikoi sabayon with a macnut crust.
Wow.
So this is one of my favorites. And this
It
is
looks
served
amazing.
at Culinary Beach House. So it's very bright, acidic. It's kind of like if you like citrusy things. So it's a good finish, I think.
Okay.
It's still rich, but the acid, it makes it very light.
I'm excited to try that. What do we have
And
here?
this is our gâteau banana cream pie. So this is a play on a very classic dessert called a marjolaine. So it was created by Fernand Point. So Ferdinand Point made this dish, and he uses hazelnut daiquoise, chocolate, and pastry cream. So I took this and I kind of flipped it and made it more local, more Hawaiian. So instead of using hazelnuts, we use mac nuts. We put banana in there, so it's like a banana cream pie.
Let's. I got to dig in.
You can just I'll pour that. You can just help yourself.
And this is that's available at Plumeria Beach House.
Yes.
And this one is also available
This is at Hoku's
at
and
Hoku
Veranda.
And Veranda.
So this one is a play on a French dish. It's actually a tarte de citron. So again, I took a classic idea, added my local touch to it, and instead of using lemon, I use passion fruit.
You have to try that piece and
Yes.
thank you. This is amazing. Thank you so much for making this amazing meal. Everything was amazing. Thank you so much for your time as well, for sitting down and talking story. Learned so much about the hotel and the restaurants. Where Hawaii Eats is presented by the Honolulu Star-Advertisers Dining Out, Outrigger Waikiki Hotels and Resorts, and Sysco Hawaii.